This is a juicy one, guys. This is about guilt. Hey, I'm Kirsten Johnson of richerexperiences.com, and today's video is all about guilt. First of all, I want to back up a little bit. I'm on Nusa Lembongan, which is an island just off the coast of Bali. I'm here. There's 5 of us entrepreneurs here doing a mastermind retreat, and one of the subjects that's come up is guilt. As you probably know, emotions are pretty much my favorite subject. And so it comes down to this: either you are leading your life, or something else is leading your life. And likely it could be guilt. There's a lot of people who were conditioned with guilt as children. That's how we were controlled or kept in check. And so quite often, most of us are not willing to feel guilt, not willing to be with guilt, are willing to not take some certain action, to abandon who we are, what's authentic to us, because we don't want to feel the guilt that we imagine that maybe somebody else's judgment or something else in the world. And when I had my profound experience with this and really came to a head with, I am willing to feel guilt. I'm not willing to let guilt drive me around in my life and make decisions for me, because it's fucking bullshit. So that's my invitation to you, is to check out where it is that you are not doing what you feel called to do, not stepping into yourself, not living fully because of this guilt feeling that you are like, ooh, that maybe I can't do that. And whether it's something from your parents or friends or your partner or an old idea or the church or wherever it's coming from, just really examine, is guilt dictating the actions you take in your life? And is it worth it for you to process through that and take the action anyway? And so for me, this came up. I was in Chiang Mai on top of Doi Sutep. It's a temple up there, and I was doing a week-long silent meditation retreat. And so at this Vipassana, it was the perfect clusterfuck, because there was so much inside, like getting into my brain. It was my dream, by the way, to do a Vipassana in Thailand, but I had no idea what this was actually gonna look like and feel like. So the monk, I couldn't understand him. Like, his English wasn't at a place where I was able to really understand the 5 a.m. Dharma talk. It was freezing cold. We're on top of this mountain in January. It was freezing cold. And there was not really covers on the bed, so at nighttime it was like frozen. The water was only cold, so there was a frozen line of ants in the shower because it was so cold in there. The food was awful, but at least they gave us some food, and they only gave us 2 meals. So with all of this resistance, on day 1 I was like, how am I gonna make it through this? Like, how the fuck am I gonna do this? Like, this might actually be too much for me, like above like where I'm at with my meditation practice or what I want. So I decide that I'm gonna sneak out every day and get food. I need to eat dinner. If I can actually not be hungry, then I'll stay through all the other stuff and process all the thinking that comes up around the resistance of everything. So, and we're wearing all white at this retreat. So I have a little bag with me, I have a change of clothing in there, and I walk halfway around the mountain. It's like a 10-minute walk to where there's food, because it's at a temple. So around the corner, there's all these food stands. So I go there, I change my outfit halfway through, because God forbid I get caught wearing all white and buying food, like a sneak out from the retreat. Like, nobody is gonna think that I was from the retreat, but that was what was in my head, because it's a Vipassana, so totally in your own head the whole time. So I go, there's all this random meat, I'm a vegetarian, and then there's waffles, and I'm gluten-free, and I was like, fuck it. So I get the waffles. I'm like, I'd rather have indigestion and eat the waffles than not eat. So I grab them, and I'm walking back, and I'm like halfway back to the retreat, and I'm sitting there and I'm eating the waffles, and I'm feeling overwhelmed with guilt. I'm sitting there, and in my head it's like, what if they catch me? What if they kick me out? Like, all these thoughts are going through my head, and I have this like huge breakthrough. It was profound, where I'm just like, wait a minute. I have never sat with guilt. I have never dropped my attention out of my thinking, out of the story that I'm making up that's controlling my action, and gone into what it feels like. And it's totally not a big deal. Like, emotions just blow through us if we let them go through, just like the wind blows on by. But so I would feel like guilt would blow by and I'd stop and not take action before. And so what I decided was, you know what, if they want to kick me out, fair enough. Like, maybe that's their rule and they can kick me out, but I'm also gonna eat. I'm gonna, because I grew up being the good girl, so I, was guilted into good behavior. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna eat waffles every day. And if they find out and they're not okay with that, then I'll leave. That's fine. Like, fair enough. But it was in that moment where my hand was in the waffle bag and I was still in the non-white clothes, where I was just like, holy shit, guilt has been driving part of my life, part of my decisions. and not just in a simple like what do we eat on a meditation way, but in a, like a larger way. So this story came up and I wanted to share it with you to take a look at where in your life are you letting guilt decide the action that you take. Like if you feel called to step up into your dream life or do something like pursue your promotion at work or whatever it is, do you feel guilty about speaking your truth? Do you feel guilty about taking up space, about sharing who you are with the world? Where do you feel guilt, and where does it stop you from doing what you believe you were called to do? It's just a feeling, babe. Just feel that feeling, let it fucking pass, and go be who you were meant to be. That's my invitation to you. Feel your guilt and take the action. If it's aligned with your heart and your purpose, take the action anyway. It's just a feeling. All right, guys, hope you're having a great day. Hope this helped you. Share it with anybody you think could resonate with this, or anybody who could use more heart-centered actions and letting the guilt go. All right, bye.